There will come a moment in your life when everything feels uncertain, when you've done everything right, worked hard, believed deeply, and yet nothing seems to move. You pray, but the silence feels endless. You hope, but the results don't come. You start to wonder if your prayers are even being heard. But that's when faith is tested, not when things are easy, but when everything inside you wants to give up. Trust in your prayers, not because they always bring the outcome you expect, but because they connect you to something greater than yourself, to a divine power that sees what you cannot see and knows what you cannot understand. Prayer isn't just words whispered into the night. It's the language of your soul, a bridge between your pain and your purpose. Every time you pray, something shifts in the unseen world. You might not notice it right away, but energy moves, hearts soften, doors begin to align. God doesn't always answer in your timing, but He always answers in His. The delay isn't denial. Sometimes the waiting season is where you are being prepared for what you've been praying for. So keep trusting. Keep believing. Keep speaking your faith into existence. When the night feels darkest, remember that's when the stars shine the brightest. You may not understand why things are happening the way they are, but one day you'll look back and realize it was all part of a bigger plan. Prayer is not about controlling the outcome, it's about surrendering your fears, your doubts, and your timelines to divine wisdom. Every no, or not yet, you receive is shaping you into the person who can handle the yes that's coming. Even when the world seems silent, heaven is not. Your prayers are never wasted. They rise higher than your doubts, they travel beyond your pain, and they return to you as strength, guidance, and peace. So, when you feel like giving up, don't. Get on your knees, close your eyes, speak your truth. Believe that what you asked for is already being prepared, because the universe, God, the divine, whatever name you give it, is still listening, still moving, still working on your behalf. Trust in that. Trust in your prayers. True faith doesn't need proof, it needs trust. When everything seems impossible, that's when faith becomes most powerful. It's easy to believe when life is good, but real strength comes when you believe even with no evidence of hope. Faith isn't about seeing, it's about knowing deep inside that something greater is working, even in silence. Every prayer you make is like planting a seed in the soil of your destiny. You might not see growth today, but beneath the surface, roots are forming. God works in the unseen, in timing, in preparation, in transformation. Your prayers are alive, working in ways you cannot yet comprehend. Keep watering them with patience and faith. When you pray and hear nothing, don't mistake it for being ignored. Silence often means protection. Sometimes God keeps quiet because He's building something better than what you asked for. What you think is a delay is actually divine redirection, saving you from the wrong path, wrong person, or wrong timing. The silence is sacred, it's where your spirit grows. God doesn't operate on your clock, He moves with divine precision. Every blessing arrives exactly when it's meant to. If you received what you wanted too early, it could break you. Too late, and you'd lose faith. Divine timing is not about delay, it's about preparation. The wait teaches patience, humility, and trust. When it arrives, it will be worth every second of waiting. Prayer doesn't just change situations, it changes you. It refines your spirit, strengthens your resolve, and shifts your focus from worry to peace. Each time you pray, you release control and make space for divine guidance. The more you pray, the stronger your faith muscle becomes. Prayer isn't only about answers, it's about alignment with your higher purpose. Sometimes the hardest thing to do is to keep believing when nothing changes. But every struggle, every unanswered prayer, every heartbreak, it's all part of your becoming. The process may not make sense now, but it's shaping your destiny. Trust it. God doesn't waste pain. What feels like breaking is often building. The detour is not denial, it's divine direction. Miracles don't happen when you rush, they happen when you trust. The most powerful prayers are the ones you keep saying even when you feel forgotten. The greatest blessings often arrive the moment after you think you can't go on. Hold on, your faith is creating the future you prayed for. You are closer to your breakthrough than you realize. So when life feels heavy, when your heart is tired, and your prayers seem unanswered, remember this. Silence is not absence, and waiting is not wasting. Every tear, every whispered prayer, every sleepless night has meaning. The universe is not ignoring you. It's aligning what you asked for in ways your mind cannot yet grasp. One day, you'll look back and realize that every unanswered prayer was leading you somewhere greater, stronger, and more peaceful. You'll see that the waiting built wisdom, the struggle shaped strength, and the silence taught you how to listen. So keep your faith steady. Keep your spirit grounded. Keep trusting in your prayers, because even when nothing makes sense, God is still writing your story, and the next chapter will make everything worth it.